The money was spent by us, don't chase it. Mom said this while wearing the earrings bought with the money meant for me. I only replied, fine. Then from today on, deal with it yourselves. Soon they couldn't handle it. Bank cards frozen, debt collectors at the door, my parents clutching bills, trembling. Their faces turned pale. No one could cover for them. That Friday evening, our Springfield living room glowed with dim yellow light. The coffee table held unopened bills, and in my hands trembled a thin bank transfer record. Grandma Mildred sent $18,000 to my dad, Mark. I had received only $200. Dad leaned against a chair, avoiding my gaze. Mom crossed her arms, ready to argue. Riley scrolled her phone on the sofa, her gold watch glinting under the light. I asked, my voice low but steady, "That money, it was for me. Why didn't I know?" Riley rolled her eyes. "It's just money, Clara. Stop being selfish." She shook her designer bag as if reminding me of everything she owned. At that moment I knew. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was betrayal. Riley had always been the golden child. Birthdays were parties for her, cheap cakes for me. She was comforted for failing. I got a curt keep it up for excelling. In high school, I spent nights sketching designs for competitions. Mom walked by once and said, "Don't mess up the table." The next day, Riley bought a new phone case, and the whole family praised her good taste. In college, I worked at a fabric shop, organizing bolts of cloth while drawing designs in secret, my fingers nicked by pins. Riley complained about supermarket jobs but never lacked money. New shoes, clothes, phones, always covered. I wanted a used sewing machine, saving months of wages. I didn't complain. I believed I could make it on my own. Until that dinner, I realized the money meant for me had been stolen. 1. Gathering evidence. That night, I returned to my room and laid out the bank transfer record on the desk. I opened Grandma's messages on my laptop. Buy tools for Clara. Help her attend training. Each note was proof. I grabbed my phone and photographed receipts and invoices, then began organizing them into a folder labeled Family Spending versus Clara's Funds. The next morning, I went to the bank, authorization letter in hand. The clerk helped me pull 2 years of account statements. Each line told a story. Spa visits, jewelry stores, designer shopping, Riley's indulgences. I highlighted amounts, noted dates, cross-referenced with Grandma's messages. It took hours, but by the end, I had a clear, undeniable record. 2. Consulting a lawyer. I scheduled a meeting with a mid-aged female lawyer. She flipped through the folder quietly. "Do you want to sue?" she asked. "No," I said. "I want them to face the truth." She leaned back, folding her hands. "Not all revenge requires court. Some people collapse once the truth is exposed." I nodded. Her words felt precise, like a blueprint for what I needed to do. 3. Informing Grandma. I packaged the organized evidence and sent it to Grandma in St. Louis. 2 days of silence. On the third day, a simple text arrived. "Clara, I'll handle it." For Grandma's call. I heard it myself. Mom was applying hand cream, Dad on the couch, Riley taking selfies. Grandma's voice came through, icy and sharp. "Return the money to Clara." Mom sputtered. "You're listening to Clara. I've seen the bills. Spa jewelry, designer bags. You didn't even hide it." Dad's voice shook. "We did it for the family." "Don't talk about family. That money was for Clara's future, not your indulgence," Riley muttered. "I didn't spend it all." "Shut up. You know exactly how much you took." Riley slumped. Mom tried to intervene, but Grandma's tone left no room. "Return every cent or it's fraud. I'll count all the money you took over the years." 5. Panic and chaos. From that moment, the house became chaos. Arguments erupted constantly. "Those bags are your fault. You were at the spa. You spent our parents' money too." I stayed out of it, focusing on work and organizing my designs. Each calm day made my confidence grow. 6. Grandma's second strike. A week later, the lawyer of my late grandfather arrived with official documents. Grandma took full financial control. All family support to my parents ceased. They were required to return $18,000. All accounts under their control were frozen. Dad collapsed in the chair. Mom went pale, lips quivering. Riley stomped the floor. Why are you doing this? Lawyer. This isn't personal. It's respect for Clara. I stood at the staircase quietly watching. 7. Confrontation. Mom lunged. It's your fault. I met her gaze. Did you ever think I was your daughter when spending my money? She froze. Dad. Clara, we didn't expect this. If you make Grandma retract, we'll repay slowly. Slowly? You weren't slow when spending it. Riley. You just want to see us lose. I smiled cold. Your good life was built on stealing my future. Understand that. She had no answer. 8. The final strike. I packed my things and moved out. Mom cried, Dad slumped. Riley gripped her phone, trembling. I said, you owe me more than money. You owe me respect. I don't want it anymore. Deal with the consequences yourselves. I placed the spare keys on the table. My voice calm carried weight. Mom. Clara, don't go. We can fix this. Dad. We were wrong. Please stop Grandma. Riley. I don't want you to leave. You're my sister. I said simply, I'm leaving. Only then will you face reality. They stood at the door shivering, all pride gone. My revenge was complete, not because I made them suffer, but because I was finally free. I moved into Grandma's small Springfield apartment. Quiet, clean, it was mine. Grandma invited me to her St. Louis design studio. I learned, practiced, participated in projects, starting from pattern making to full sample creation. Every day, I honed skills I had dreamed of my entire life. Months later, I launched my first small online collection. When the first order came in, I almost cried. This was my effort, earned, not given, not stolen. Neighbors occasionally mentioned my parents' struggles. Frozen credit cards, collection notices, cut off from luxury. Riley started working overtime. Mom and Dad were forced to face consequences. I no longer cared. My revenge wasn't about destroying them. It was leaving them to face the reality of their choices. I finally lived my own life, free and unburdened.